Hey there everyone, I'm going to show you today what I brought in this bulk shop that I've done for 2 weeks for our family. A lot of it was vegetables, just stocking up the fridge to make sure I've got enough for the things I want to cook. I'm going to try a new recipe today. It's the chickpea vegetable tangine, and I want to show you all the other meals that I've got prepared for us for the next 2 weeks for our family. Hey there everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Wendy and it has been very busy. It's a long weekend here in New Zealand and we've been away for the last 2 days, and so we are back, and getting into the next week I really needed to do a grocery shop, and I wanted to start doing monthly shopping, but I have not been organised. So what I've done is I've planned the next 7 days worth of meals, and I've done a big shop of all the things that will last me the next 2 weeks. So I'm just kind of plodding my way through this month. I've got a ton of assignments due, got other exciting things happening in our family, and so I'm just making things work for now. But one of my main priorities today has been making sure that I'm getting off carbohydrates with our family, trying really hard to get away from breads, wraps, buns, bread rolls, things like that. But yeah, that's one of the things that I've changed in this fortnight's shop. But for today, I'm just going to show you what I bought and all the fruit and vegetables. I'm looking at all of it and it looks beautiful. I've still got one more shop to do at Countdown, but for now, this is what I've got of the first 3 places that I go to. Okay, so starting with coffee, I did get 5 of these. I get this from New World because we enjoy it, and James and I do drink coffee, but it's how we save our money is by making sure we drink coffee at home, so we may as well get a coffee that we really like. I stocked up on Himalayan sea salt. I got 2 of these tomato passata, I think it's pronounced. Got some regular mustard, a large thing of aioli that I got from Davis Trading because that will do us for a month, a litre of cold pressed olive oil. I did get a really large container of the peanut butter. I missed my organic order, so I'm going to have to make do with stuff we get from the supermarket. So I've got a giant one this time, which should last us a while. Some green olives, Worcestershire sauce, and I did get quite a few spices this time. I got some oregano, picked up some fennel seeds from Bin In, and some cardamom pods, bay leaves, rosemary, and onion flakes, which I've never used before. So that was a little bit of an expense getting those few things. Then we've got cannellini beans, which is in a new recipe I'm doing, chickpeas to stock up, and we love this kraut. We have it on our salads quite a lot. Got some oat milk for myself and some coconut water. Maple syrup, the kids have that on pancakes, French toast, things like that, and I've also got it in some of the baking that I'm going to do for the kids' lunches. Got some coconut milk, I got 4 of those. I only needed 2, but I got 2 for extra. Some sour cream, cottage cheese, parmesan cheese, which I won't use all of it up, but I'll store it in the fridge and grate it as I need it. Got 2 things of butter and a 2 kgs of natural yogurt. So then moving on to the vegetables, I got half a red cabbage, half a celery, 2 broccoli, 2 cauliflower, 2 bok choy. I think there's like about 4 in each. Oh no, 3. 4 red onions, bag of kumara, 500 grams of mushrooms. I got 2 lettuce. I got an iceberg lettuce and a cos lettuce or a romaine lettuce. They're quite huge and they last so long. And I've also got lettuce in the garden that we're using. I got 2 eggplant, and that's for a vegetable tangine that I'm going to do. Fruit and vegetables, we got about 12, maybe 20 bananas, and the same of apples, maybe 20 apples, and there's a few oranges that I've got for a recipe that I'm doing. A bag of frozen broccoli, that's, can't see how much, a kilo of frozen broccoli, and this is some frozen beans, so I have to get those in the freezer. Got some fire starters because we are struggling to get our fire going otherwise. Washing powder for the next few weeks, or maybe 3 weeks, because I've still got one that's quite half full. Dishwashing powder that we get from Bin In, and 2 packets of 6 toilet rolls, which should last us for a few weeks at least, because we've still got plenty. And I did get a free bag of carrots from the fruit and veggie store because that's where I was in our loyalty card. So I'm going to get this stuff put away, and then I'm going to have some quick lunch, and then James and I are going to go and do the next part of the shop, but I'll show you that shortly. Okay, so James and I just got out to do the last shop. We've been busy all afternoon, so we just went out to do that before dinner. So I bought a packet of bacon. I was going to get 2, but this is quite a lot. It's 600 grams. Normally I get 400, so I just got the 1 packet. Again, the Henderson's, it's got no chemicals or extras added to it. I got a packet of chicken thighs. I've still got frozen chicken in the freezer that I'm going to have to defrost, but I got this just to make some of the meal recipes for the kids' lunches. Got some potatoes. I couldn't find organic ones, so I just got a small bag so that when I do find organic, I can get them and still not have excess. Got 2 blocks of cheese, which would last us the best part of the month. Fire starters, a few cleaning products, and some spare shampoo. There was a tomato sauce on sale, so I got that because it's dented. James picks up some ice cream because he is an ice cream fan.
I love it.
I got some butter pastry. I've never cooked with it before. I've got a recipe for it, so I'll see how it goes. Got a little packet of, it's only 500 grams of berries, tomatoes, capsicum, odd bunch stuff, and carrots. I don't think I got enough in that small bag that I was given earlier. Dental floss, spare toothpaste, and then we've got our paper products, which tissues, ice cream cones, and serviettes. Oh, and some corn chips that I got for the kids to make nachos for one of their lunches. So I'm hoping that this is enough to last us the 2 weeks. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to show you some of the recipes that I'm doing, some of the newer recipes. I'm making one tonight that I really have liked in restaurants, which is a chickpea vegetable tangine, and we've made it in the Instant Pot. So my goal is always to spend, I had reduced it last time to $200 a week, haven't been able to do that this time, and it's simply because I'm rushed. It takes a lot of effort to reduce our grocery bill, but I'm quite happy still with $250 a week. It is a lot, doesn't mean we're saving. That's New Zealand, remember, it's not US. It's New Zealand dollars, so it's very different as wherever you are in the globe. I'm gonna put what we've spent and where we've spent it in the side here or in the notes down below. Hello Hazel. Do you think there's something in the shopping for you? Do you think there's something in the shopping for you? Word to the wise, it does pay to not be rushed when you're making your shopping list, because you buy things that you don't need. So I've brought handy towels that I don't need, I've brought tissues that I don't need, I've brought chicken that I don't need, I've brought blueberries that I don't need, I've brought broccoli that I don't need. Anyway, we've got extra now.
Extra for next time. As long as I don't buy more of it next time again. So
this is chickpea vegetable tangini. So this has got zucchini, beans, cauliflower, carrots, kumara. What else has it got in there? Currants.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about those. There's nothing but vegetables in there and chickpeas. I'm going to have it with quinoa. Eggplant is what I haven't cooked with before. So eggplant.
What's quinoa?
Quinoa is an ancient grain, don't you know?
Huh.
We're just going to try it and we'll see what the kids think of it, because it is a lot of vegetables. It's nothing but vegetables, but it smells amazing.
Really good.
It was a really successful dinner, but the children didn't love it. They kind of liked it fine, like they'll eat it, but they don't love it. They don't think yay. But James and I really enjoyed it, and I actually think it'll be a really good idea to make a big pot of it, you know, like we did, because that would serve, we've got enough for another meal, so that's like 8 servings. That would do us for lunch for each of us for the week. So I think we'll just make it for ourselves. I might put a link to a recipe for this chickpea vegetable tangini. Lots of flavour, lots of punch, and I'm sure you could pimp it up with whichever vegetables you had. As long as it's got lots of spices and flavour, that seems to be what makes it work. Yeah. Okay, so I need to show you exactly how I did my really rushed meal planning for 2 weeks. Basically, I put together about 10 meals. Just threw it in my Happy Planner. Put it together. I normally would fill out the monthly sheet, but I didn't have time. I really have just raced through it. So we're going to have nachos for lunches for this first part of the week with raspberry muffins. I'm going to try this. Normally I bake and I'm the one who ends up eating them, or the children end up eating them outside of school, so there's never any left. So we're just going to try it, see how it goes. The nachos are going to be with corn chips and salad, and so they'll have them in their lunch. Emma will pack hers. Regan always comes home and eats his lunch. And I've made it that on Friday we can do a bought lunch. Emma gets these really nice chicken wraps from school, and Regan has found a burger on the corner that he can get if he's ever stuck. Everyone's pretty set in what they have for breakfast, so I'm not 100% sure we need this, but I thought I'd give it a go. This is if I've got time. I really am under the pump with what we've got going on as a family and what I've got going on in assignments. So if I don't get to this, it's okay, but I have brought some of the extra ingredients like maple syrup and the oranges to make this granola. Now here, this is what the meals I just put in. So they're not necessarily going to be ones that we eat you know, we're not going to eat these things on these nights. We just know that this is what we can eat. So slow cooked beef stroganoff, and I've written down the items that I need for that to make sure I've got mushrooms and stock and spinach and sour cream. Then this one we made last night for the first time, and I needed the eggplant, zucchini, chickpeas and kumara. And then we do the cauli cheese. I haven't tried this before, and it's like, it almost comes out like a quiche from the picture, so I'd like to try it. And so I've put down the basic ingredients for that. Chicken and veg bake, which I haven't done before either. It's like a sheet meal, they call it. So it all goes on a baking tray and is baked for the same length of time. And it's got kumara and capsicum in it with the chicken breast that has been diced and flavoured. Then here on the Friday night, James is going to come home from work. He has burger and fries that he can get through his work. And him and I will go out later and have some Turkish. Saturday we're going to do leftovers. Sunday we often go to the beach, so I'm going to see if we eat the fish and chips at the beach, or I'm going to do scrambled eggs and bacon when we get home. And that's simply because the sun is setting so early, like at 5 o'clock, we might not feel like dinner at the beach, so we can eat it when we get home. Right, so second week, I'm going to try this chicken sausage roll with salad for the kids for their lunches. It says it makes about 12. So that could last the kids 2 or 3 lunches, and then they'll have salad with it. So again, Regan will eat his at home. Then I've made wraps and salad, which is always our go-to, and on Friday they can do a broad lunch. So the meals I've got is Tuscan beef stew, which takes 800 grams of beef, which is a lot in my mind. So I'm assuming that there's going to be a lot of leftovers, and if we don't have it all to have twice as a meal, then James might have it for lunches. Then we've got a pulled beef and vegetables with cauli or rice. And I'm assuming that there'll be leftovers for that as well, for lunches or another meal. Or maybe I could make a mince pie out of this, or we can roast a whole lot of vegetables to go with the leftover beef. Anyway, wait and see how that turns out. Butter chicken, chickpea curry, which we like, and there is chickpeas and coconut milk in that one, so I made sure I've got all the different ingredients that will stump me if I don't have them on hand. Then we'll just do a regular beef stir fry, which is schnitzel, bok choy and all the other vegetables that go with it, and then we've got leftovers. Now this week baby is due, so baby is due on the 15th of June, and so I'm picking any time this week we will have a trip to Wellington. So I'm picking that the weekend we're just going to be seeing how we go, because if baby's due, a baby could come at any stage. And Sunday night again we go to the beach, so we'll just make sure that I do fish and chips at the beach that day. So there you go, that's my racing list. I have all of these lists on my phone in my recipe list, and so I just scroll down to the ingredients and make sure I've got the main items that go with it. I can always forego something if it's not essential, like a particular spice, but I do make sure that I've got the main bulk ingredients, like I cannot make butter chicken without the coconut milk. Yep, so that's how I rushed through and got a menu list for my shopping this week. Well, this fortnight, it's not 100%, but we'll just see how it goes. I'm pretty sure we're not going to starve, so that's the main thing.